Hello students. Hello students. This is Pallab Darbari, your host, and you are watching Pallab Darbari classes. In this video, I will discuss macroeconomics class 12th. The name of the chapter is National Income Accounting. This is my 16th video on the topic National Income Accounting. In this video, I will discuss two important topics. Firstly, I will discuss the GDP deflator with a numerical example. And then I will discuss a very important question, that is increase in GDP really results in the increase in the welfare of the country? GDP and the welfare of the country. This particular topic can be asked in 3 marks. The possibility of this very topic is more. So these two topics I will cover in this video. Let us start the video. Okay, fine. Now we can start the topic. Now let us discuss the price indices. Price indices are the tools which measures the change in the price between the base year and the current year. In a very simple word, we can say that price indices is tells or give the information about the inflation. What it means? It means that price indices are the tools which gives the information about the price rise in the country. Clear? How many price indices do we have? We are having three types of the price indices. First one is GDP deflator. Second one is consumer price index. And the third one is wholesale price index. Through these indices, we calculate the inflation in the country, or we come to know the inflation in the country. So how many types of the price indices do we have? We are having three types of the price indices, and with the help of these price indices, we come to know the percentage of inflation prevailing in the country. Clear? Let us see what is GDP deflator. GDP deflator shows what it shows. It shows the movement about the change in the price index between the base year and the current year. It shows that the change in the GDP due to change in the price level. In a very simple word, we can say that GDP deflator it tells us that this increase in the GDP is because of increase in price. We know that the GDP can be calculated by the use of the current year price or by the use of the base year price. When we calculate the GDP by the use of base year price, it is called real GDP. And when we calculate the GDP by the use of current year price, it is called nominal GDP. And this difference between the real GDP and the nominal GDP, by the difference between the real GDP and the nominal GDP, we come to know about the inflation prevailing in the country. And this difference between the real and the GDP is the work of the GDP deflator. So GDP deflator tells us how much GDP has increased because of increase in price. Clear? The things will be much more clear when I explain it through the example. Let us see the example. This is the example. This is the price of the year 2014, and this is the quantity of the year 2014, and this is the price of the year 2020 and the quantity of the same year 2020. Clear? We know that we are manufacturing two goods, goods A and the goods B. The price of the goods A is 10 rupees and the price of the goods B is 20. The quantity is 100 and 200. In the year 2020, the price of the goods is 15 and 25, and the quantity also has increased. You can see 20 and 30. Let us see it. What we have to do is try to see two things. Firstly, calculate the real GDP, calculate the nominal GDP, and then check the price indices. Price indices means what? Then see the GDP deflator. Firstly, let us calculate the real GDP. Okay. Calculation of real GDP of the year 2014. A goods, B goods. Here the quantity is 100. Here the quantity is 200. Price is 10. Here the price is 20. It will be 1000. It will be 4000. Here the real GDP is 5000. Now calculate the real GDP of the year 2020. A goods, B goods. Here we can say the quantity is 200. Here the quantity is 300. The price will be the same, that is 10. The price will be the same, 20. Because in the real GDP we multiply the GDP with the base year price. Only the quantity will change. It will be 2000. It will be 6000. Here it will be 8000. It will be 8000. Fine. Let us see the percentage of real GDP in the year 2020. That is, the formula is change in real multiplied by 100 divided by real GDP of the base year. It means 2014. So here the difference is 3000 multiplied by 100 divided by 5000. So the real GDP, the percentage of the real GDP is 60%. I hope the point is clear. I write down over here real GDP, 2014, 5000, 2020, 8000. Fine. Okay. Now calculate the nominal GDP. Now let us see the calculation of nominal GDP. Nominal GDP. Firstly, let us see 2014. Goods A, goods B. A, current year price. This will be the current year. Quantity 100. Quantity 200. It will be 4000. It will be 1000. It will be 5000. Okay. Nominal GDP 2020. Commodity A, commodity B. Commodity A price, current year price 15. Quantity is 200. It will be 3000. That is 25 multiplied by 300. It will be 7500. It is 10,500. Okay. Now find out the percentage of the nominal GDP. Percentage change in nominal GDP of the year 2020. It is change, that is change in nominal GDP 5500. It means difference between these two figures. Multiply by 100 divided by base year. Base year is 5. So here it will come 110. can see that the percentage change in the real GDP is 60%, the percentage change in the nominal GDP is 110%. So this changes is definitely on account of the change in the price. Now let us find the price indices of the GDP deflator. Now let us see the price indices of the GDP deflator. What is the formula? The formula is nominal GDP multiplied by 100 divided by real GDP. ठीक है? We calculate the GDP deflator of the year 2020. So what is the nominal GDP? Nominal GDP is 10,500 multiplied by 100, and the real GDP that we can see over here 8,000. So what it come? It will be 132.2%. What it means? Here you can see that GDP deflator or the price indexes tells us that from the past 6 years, that is from 14 till 2020, how much average price has changed. So this GDP deflator tells us that from 2014 till 2020, the average price has increased. How much it has increased? It has increased to 132.2%. I hope the point is clear. So what is GDP deflator? GDP deflator tells the increase in the average price. Clear? Always remember, GDP deflator is the comprehensive measure of the inflation. We know that there are two, three methods by which we can measure the inflation. The first one is called the consumer price index. The second one is called the wholesale price index. But the GDP deflator is the comprehensive measure of the inflation. The question is why it is the comprehensive measure of the inflation? Because in the case of the consumer price index, only the sample of the goods and services is considered. In the case of the wholesale price index, here also the sample of certain goods and services is considered. But in the case of the GDP deflator, all the goods and services are duly considered to find out the increase in the price table. So GDP deflator is the comprehensive measure of the inflation. So here we have seen that GDP deflator, it gives the information. GDP deflator is the price index which tells us how much the average price has changed. So GDP deflator is nothing but the price index which tells us the change in the average price. Or in a very simple word, we can say that GDP deflator is the way to measure the inflation. And GDP deflator is the comprehensive measure of the inflation. And we know that there are three more methods by which we measure the inflation. That is consumer price index, wholesale price index, and the GDP deflator. And above all, GDP deflator is the best one. I hope the point is clear. Now let us discuss a very important topic. And the topic is GDP and the welfare. Question is, can the GDP be regarded as the index of the country's welfare? If the GDP is increasing, you really feel that the country will get maximum welfare, or the people living in the country will get the maximum welfare? Answer is, the increase in the GDP will never tell that the maximum welfare the country will have, or country will get the maximum welfare. In a very simple word, we can say that if there is an increase in the GDP, or GDP increase will not the indicator of the country's welfare. Why I am saying that the increase in the GDP will not the indicator of the country's welfare? Because of certain points. The first is income pattern. Always remember, if the income of all the individual will increase at the same time, what I said, if the income of all the people will increase at the same time, then we can say that the country will get the maximum welfare. But if there is increase in the income of the limited number of the people, or if there is an increase in the income of the handful people, that the country will then in this case, the country will not get the maximum welfare. It is possible that even with the increase in the real GDP, it is possible that when the production is increasing, the welfare of the people might not increase. Why I'm saying this thing that the welfare of the people will not increase? Because if with the increase in production, only there is a hike or there is an increase in the income of the few individual, then the welfare as a whole will not be attained. Now let us see the next point on the basis of which we can say that increase in the GDP is not the indicator of the welfare. That is the composition of the output. What it means to know whether the rise in the real GDP reflects the rise in the welfare of the economy. Uh, Listen, if we seriously want to know that the peoples are getting the benefit, then we have to check which goods they are manufacturing. If the production of the luxurious goods or the production of the guns, narcotics, drugs are increasing in the country, you really feel that with the increase in the production of the drugs, increase in the production of the luxurious goods, the country as a whole will get the maximum benefit? Answer is no. The country as a whole will get the maximum benefit only when there is increase in the production of consumer goods. No doubt the production has increased. No doubt the real GDP has increased. But this increase in the real GDP is not providing any benefit to the country. Why? Because the production of drugs, production of ammunitions, production of luxurious goods has only increased. Whereas the production of the consumer goods are still low. Clear? The next is non-monetary exchanges. Always remember, GDP does not take into account at the time of considering or calculating the GDP. We never considered the moral values. We never considered the potentials. We never considered the human feelings or the sentiments. But for the welfare, these are the things which really matters. But we ignore the human values, sentiments, friendships, social values at the time of calculating the GDP. So, in the absence of the moral values, social norms, we cannot even calculate or we cannot even say that with the increase in the GDP, the welfare can be attained. Welfare can only be attained when, with the increase in GDP, the moral values or the social norms should be increased or updated. I hope the point is clear. Next is externalities. The question is, what is externalities? Always remember, externalities refers to the cost or the benefits or the harms which the society has to bear because of the production done by the individuals or the firm. I hope the point is clear. In a very simple word, if the production is increasing but at the cost of environmental degradation, you really feel that the welfare will be attained. If the production is increasing but at the same time we are making the environment more and more pure, then we can say that it is good for the betterment of the people. Externalities means what? Externalities means the cost or the benefit which the society has to bear because of the efforts of the firms or the individual. The activities or the result may be beneficial for the society or can be the harmful for the society. Clear? So when the benefits is, when the actions is beneficial for the society, it is called positive externalities, and when the action result in the harms to the society, then it is called negative externalities. I hope the externalities is clear. What is externalities? Externalities means the cost or the benefit which the society has to bear because of the efforts or because of the production made by the firm or an individual. Clear? Let us see the next point, that is the label of the population. That is a very common thing. We know that the GDP will give the welfare if population will not increase. But if with the increase in the GDP, the population also increase at the same rate, then the welfare cannot be attained. I hope the point is clear. Next point is contribution to the GDP. It is possible that the large population of the GDP is contributed by the small section of the people. In our country, what is happening? Only the few industrialists are contributing in the GDP, or the small geographical area is contributing in the GDP, but the large geographical area or larger section of the people or the population not contributing anything in the GDP. Because of which, what is happening? It means that the welfare of the masses are remains low. Then the welfare as a whole cannot be attained. I hope the point is clear. Dear subscribers, that's all I have in this video. If you like the video, you can spread the video as much as you can. There is one appeal: stay home, stay safe, and one thing more, don't forget to wear mask. Om Shanti.